Hello everybody, this is the week number 6 lecture video on um, database management system, but specifically for how to do the ERD lab. Okay, so I'm sharing with you the Blackboard um, week number 6. So if you download this here, you will see the instruction how to do it. And so I'm going to go over that. So if you download, this is what you see. And basically what you're doing is you're just kind of following the instructions and learning how to use the ERD or entity relationship diagram. This is a part of the item that you will need to learn how to for your final project. So it should help you how to do it. So first thing that you want to do is to navigate to lucidchart.com and then create a sample, create a free account. And when you move this to the side a little bit, so when you come to the Lucidchart and create an account, you will land in this home page. So basically what you need to do is to create this portion here. Okay, so just click here, click new, click blank document. And you should kind of minimize this, guys, so they can see the whole thing. But you need ERD. So if you don't see that up here, which we don't, click on the shapes. And then there's the entity relationship right here. So check that. And then you should see some of these. Use the select shapes. And then you should see these guys. So you want to click on these guys. So click and then drag it out here. And since the instruction says create 3 of them, drag 3 of them out of here. Maybe you want to spread this out a little bit. And then like that. Okay. You may want to resize this guy a little bit here. Oops, like that. And basically you are just typing it in what I have over here. Okay. So I'm just going to create. And you just need to double click and then type in customer and double click this guy here for PK. Maybe you want to make it a little bit larger. Say customer ID integer. It's a little finicky there. And then just fill in the other items. Like that. First name, var char of 25. Last name, char 25. And then you need one more. So you can go over here As you can see, there are 4 rows here. So I'm going to go over here and increase to 4, and it gives me one more, right? So I can type it in here, a foreign key, and then order ID, and then varchar, this will be 10. And then you do the same thing for the other guys. This will be the order, and then I'll pause the video, and I'll come back after I'm done. Alright, so I've created the 3 tables, and so what we need to do is to create those connections between the tables. Those connections, as well as the type of the ends, describe how each table is related to the another one. And there'll be a discussion about what those symbols mean. But for right now, let's kind of think about what we need to be doing, or how do we do all this, okay? So we just want to get this guy here. And so all you have to do is just put your cursor on the left one, or where you want to start, and then click it down, and then shift it or move it over to the other side. And then when you see the red dot, just let it go. So it gives you a default connection here. But we need to change to what's in the assignment, which is 2 bars and bubble with the crow's feet. So you just click on the other line, come over here to the this line here, click, and then it'll tell you the starting point, the left. We want to choose this guy here, double bar, okay? And then the ending part, we want it the circle one with the crow's feet, okay? So that's what that is. And then you can just maybe move it here a little closer, so you can see everything here. And the other one is pretty much the opposite, but you can just go like that, come down here. One on the left would be, I think it's this guy, and the one on the right is that has a bar in it. So you can go like that, okay? And then that's pretty much it for this one. So that looks similar, or should be exactly the same, I should say, like this one, right? Okay. So this is the ERD in terms of diagram. But one of the things that it allows you to do is to convert this into the SQL. Okay. So here's a feature that you can use. This guy right here, export. So you may want to save this for later purpose, but anyway, you can click on the export, and it gives you the SQL scripts on how to convert this diagram into the SQL. And then we want to use a SQL server, so make sure you click on this guy here, right? Because if you click on another one, it probably will give you a very strange message. But anyway, so do that, and then copy to clipboard. Click on them, and then you're kind of done, right? So if you want to see what it is, even though we deleted it, you can just look at it on the notepad, and you can right click on it and paste it, and you should see that script right here. It only gives you the create tables and its corresponding parameters. But anyway, so you can take that, and then we can go over to the SQL fiddle. And here's the one exercise you already did. So what we'll do is we will right click on it and paste it. But before you actually run it, make sure you come up here and do the SQL Server. And it's 2017, but it should be okay. So you can click on the build schema, and schema should be ready. Now, it doesn't do you anything in terms of the data because we haven't inserted anything, right? But you can use this to test it out. So I'm going to pause and come right back. So the next step is for you to try it on the SQL Server. So I'll start that up and be right back. All right, so I started the VirtualBox and the SQL Server. And so what you want to do is to create a new database. So you can just click on the new database and give it a name. I think I gave it what name did I give it in the sample here? Final test. There you go. Final test. That should be okay. Make sure you have it. There you go. See. And then come back and click the new query. And then make sure that this final test database shows up here. But anyway, and so you want to type in the SQL script that we got from the ERD. But because I did not do that in the VirtualBox, I put that in through the share folder. So here I have through the share folder ERD script, and I have it like right here. So basically just copy this and put it here and then execute. So that's pretty much all there is. You don't have to, there's nothing that it will do anything because we don't have any data. Only thing it did was to create the tables for us. But to verify this, you can open this up and here, and you have those tables here for you, right? So all you have to do for submission is to, I think there's one more step we can do. You can do right click on the customer table and then select the 1000 rows. It doesn't really matter how many, but as soon as you do that, it'll do the script for you, and then it'll list for that, and then the query should execute successfully. So what you want to do is to take a screenshot of this, kind of like that, showing that you have a final test, and then showing this guy here as well. But that's pretty much it. So I hope that's helpful, and looking for, and I know maybe some of you are asking, if you can use another kind of entity relationship diagram, that's fine. But maybe for the consistency for this course, I'd like you to give the Lucid chart a try. But if you're unable to create one through that, you can use any other ones. But just let me know. Hope this is a helpful video. Looking forward to receiving your work this week. Thanks.